All right, Ned is dead. Load. Oh, I need my notebook. Snorlax, where you at? Snorlax, you ready? We just have crimes. Okay, great. Let's see. I don't actually think I made notes for where we left off, specifically because we're so in the beginning that I didn't need to. So, all right. Also, make sure you have your snacks, everyone, because it's detective time. Today I've got, as expected, mango, and as expected, mushroom jerky, where the mushrooms look like you-know-whats. But it's really good. No nanoblex. I didn't have time, but then I ended up talking for so long anyway that just chatting ended up still being an hour. Oops. Okay, so here's the tea. We're in Germany. What up? And the most important things that you need to know are A, we're doing this on senior detective mode, so we've got no hints, no to-do list, nothing. We're going in blind, y'all. And then B, Ned is a butthole in this game, which we use Stan. We love it because he sucks so much. It's so easy for everyone to get on our side of anti-Ned. And I believe what happened was Ned called us and was like, wow, Nancy, I can't believe you went to fucking Germany. And she's like, what? I'm doing a job. This is what it is. And he's just like, it's like you don't even care about me, Nancy. Like, when's the last time you asked me how I was doing? Which fair. And he's like, what? I just landed. I just got here. What are you talking about? And he's just like, you know what, Nancy? I can't even look at you. And he hangs up on her. And Nancy's just like, what? And then you try to call Ned back, and he doesn't answer because he's emo. So we love the anti-Ned rhetoric in this game. It's great. I love the drama. I live for the drama. And we do occasionally play video games. Exactly. And story-wise, there's a werewolf, maybe? There's like a legend of a monster who's kidnapped women, like Little Red Riding Hooded women. Does that make sense? There's something like that. I don't know. And there's just like a legend about it here, so no one's staying at the hotel. But we're here to try to figure that out. I don't know. Whatever. But there's a little boy.
Hello.
Hey.
Bye.
I don't really want to play the mini game at the moment, so we're just gonna look around. And honestly, this is the best game to play as we wind up for spooky season, because let's be honest, it's about to be September, it's spooky season. So we're only playing spooky Nancy games until December.
Nancy, what happened? You look very sad.
I can complain about Ned. Let's fucking go.
It's my boyfriend.
Well, you can always talk to me about it. Us girls have to stick together.
Thanks.
I thought there was... Oh my god. Okay, I have to know. I have to know.
I need some boyfriend advice.
You came to the right place.
I think I need to apologize, but
No,
at the same
you
time,
don't.
he needs to let me live my life.
Correct.
Of course, I want him to be a big part of it, but I don't know how to explain that.
Well, luckily, this one's easy. For me, at least, as the advice giver. Tell him exactly what you just told me.
That is actually good
That's it?
advice.
That's it. Talk it through. Relationships are like plants. They grow stronger if you talk to them. That one works better in German, I think.
I don't know. I think
Thanks.
that checks.
I'll give it a shot.
I know it will work. Oh, when I was your age, I had the most wonderful boyfriend. The whole world was always just so perfect when we were together. There's nothing like love to bring order to a scattered world.
I I don't remember ever going the route of let's try to make things good with Ned. I've always just been like, no. Time to talk to my plants. I do talk to my plants. The real talk is that I talk to my cat and I talk to myself, but my plants are around me at the time. That's all.
What do you think of Renata?
I love her stories. Sometimes when she comes, the two of us stay up until the sun comes up, just chattering away about this and that. You ask me, her reputation is completely undeserved.
What reputation?
It's difficult to explain exactly.
Renata is the
She's-
old woman.
A lot of people say that wherever she goes, bad fortune follows.
Do you think that?
Not really. But she does always have peculiar timing. Come to think of it, whenever the castle gets to talking about the monster, she's not far behind.
Really? Do you think she has something to do with the monster sightings?
I'd be surprised. But then again, no, never mind. It's nothing.
What?
Okay, I shouldn't be telling you this. One time when she was here, and again everyone was all worked up about the monster, and she told the stories that scared everyone who listened half to death. So later that night, when everyone was locked in their houses with the windows shut tight, I caught her snooping around the castle.
You are such
was
a
she doing?
gossip.
That's just the thing. I couldn't figure it out. She didn't come back for a long time after that. Actually, that was the last we heard of the monster for a while, too.
That's too obvious. You're planting seeds on purpose.
It sounds like these monster stories are all pretty old.
Maybe that's why we're all so afraid of this thing, whatever it is. It's from that old world, just like this castle is. I don't think we have what it takes to make it in that world anymore.
No,
I
don't say
don't know if
that.
that's true.
I wouldn't be so sure. Remember the last time you were somewhere when the power went out? There is that split second before you reach for the flashlight, where it feels like the bottom is dropping out of the room and you just want normal back. And for that second,
Are you okay?
there is this part of you is so scared that it will never be back. That's what it's like when I hear the monster.
What are you talking about? Are you alright? That was intense. That was emo as hell.
Can you tell me a little about Lucas?
Has he been bothering you? Be honest now.
No, it's
No,
fine.
no,
I love
I'm
Lucas.
just curious.
He's my nephew. His father's the head of security here, so Lucas has pretty much got the run of the place. Although, that goes to his head now and again. Don't let him pester you too much now. And let me know if he's bothering you.
I
Will do.
love Lucas.
He's got too much energy for sure. And he's a little too smart for his own good. But a good kid still.
I also love Carl. Carl's a fucking nerd, and we stan it.
What do you think of Carl?
I think that Carl has been placed on this planet to test my patience.
So you two don't get along, I take it.
The fact that that man got elected makes me wish
Oh
we were
my
back in the
God.
days when you had to pull a sword out of a stone or a lake or something to assume power. He'd never be able to figure it out. Too many steps. What with the pulling and then the not dropping it and then the remembering to tell people about what happened.
By the way, is this game super loud? I feel like it might be a little too loud.
Do people around here trust Carl?
Apparently enough do. He's still got the job.
Has Lucas always been such a prankster?
Ugh, unfortunately,
What's
yes. I
Wait.
swear he was trying to trick us before he said his first word. Even as a baby, he had this glint in his eye like he was up to something. It was less cute than you'd imagine, actually.
Why does he seem to target Carl?
I know. You are thinking I condone it. I don't. Lucas's father is always so busy running security. Honestly, I think that Lucas is a little lonely these days.
Aw.
He doesn't have a lot of friends at school, from what I can tell. He must
No!
like the attention. That being said, I think most of these so-called pranks are Carl's doing.
What do you mean?
The way he blunders through life, it's not surprising that he always thinks he's the victim of some practical joke. He's the victim of a joke, all right, but it's more cosmic than practical.
Damn, okay.
Thanks, see you later.
See you later.
She has a problem with everybody. Also, is it just me or does this look really phallic? Especially when I do that. Sorry. Didn't mean to go in that territory, but here we are. Okay. I don't know that we've explored this entire place yet because we're still so early. God, you're staring at me. But, so we'll explore the castle.
I hear you have a reputation as a prankster.
If you want to call it that, I guess that you could. But really, they're not just pranks. They're something better.
Are they art?
Like what exactly?
I don't know, but pranks are stupid. I've got better things planned than just
Pranking
stupid
yourself on
pranks.
accident? Me all the time.
What do you have planned?
You'll see. Something good. The people around here will be talking about it for years.
Huh?
Do you like living here at the castle?
Yeah.
It seems like a weird place to grow up.
I don't know. It's not boring like some places. Did you know that hundreds of years ago, they used to have a gallows here, and you could see it right from my window?
Oh!
When I visit my uncle's place, he just has a grocery store outside of his window.
I want to hear some high school
Do
friends.
your school friends like to visit the castle?
No.
Really? It seems like a place where all the kids would want to hang out.
Yeah, well, they just don't, okay? I don't exactly have a lot of friends.
That's okay.
There's nothing wrong with that. Good friends are hard to find.
Yeah, I've heard that one before.
Well, it's true.
Maybe for other people.
Oh, Lucas. Oh, Lucas, I'm so sorry. You okay? Did I just... Was that really rude of me? Probably. I know you can access this. Okay, what's the T? Oh, okay, I think we actually have music note stuff. Oh, wait. It's not here. It's outside. There's like a music note thing. Like a piece of paper that you can't take with you for some reason. So we'll have to go back outside at some point. But I want to kind of look around first because I don't know where I am. Hello?
Nancy, it's Marcus. Call me back on the landline.
Who's Marcus?
Nancy,
Oh!
we need to talk.
Ned, I'm so glad you called.
Great.
Ned, you know the truth is I'd love to have you here with me instead of all the way at home.
I feel the same way, and I know that. Just forget it sometimes.
Oh, Ned, you don't need to change. I like you just the way you are.
Do we?
I gave what you said some thought. I think I'm spending too much time waiting for exciting things to happen to me like they do for you. After we got in the fight, I did a lot of thinking,
Me too.
and I came to a decision. I may not be an internationally known sleuth, but I'm happy to have one in my life. And maybe it's time for me to be a little more daring.
I'm
What?
happy to hear
What does
that.
that mean?
I'd have you along on my adventures anytime.
That means a lot. Thanks, Nancy.
It's true.
Well, maybe one day we'll work together on a case.
No.
You might be right.
Oh, actually
Really?
they do.
I better start working on my sleuthing.
Sorry, the connection is bad. I'll call you back from the landline.
I guess they do work together a little bit in the spy game. A bit. In the arson game. A bit. Get out of here, Ned. No, Ned. Red flag.
I have to translate that.
What do you mean? Do I have a dictionary? Are you a dictionary? No, you're glass. That's not at all a dictionary. Do I not have a dictionary? I came here to Germany without a dictionary? Or Google Translate? I got nothing? This seems like I came very unprepared. Okay, so we've got the... Where am I? Where does this take me? Oh, this is back to the center. I see. Okay. Is there anything here? No. Just to get my bearings. This way is... we read this before, maybe, I think? What is the B, though? And then we have a glass puzzle here, I believe. But we don't have all the pieces yet? Or do we? How do I know? I guess we can try. Sprechen Sie Deutsch. 9. Let's send him into every life-threatening situation. I know. We'll send him back to the Japan game and like, is he gonna drown and like downstairs in that basement zone or what? How do I know if I have all the colors I need? I must, right? She would have stopped me if I didn't. Let's do a puzzle. Okay. We've got that, and then this one is like that, and then this one is like, I know I'm gonna have to change things around over here, but I'm just kind of placing first, and I figure we'll adjust layers after. We've got an orange one here, got a green one. Whoa, it's giant. Maybe I don't have all the pieces because I don't have whatever that is. This is the last one. And then this goes like this. But I don't have this blue thing. I probably can't do it yet. But in theory, okay, we'll have to come back to that. Who's calling me now?
Nancy's Marcus. Call me back on the landline.
Oh, God. Okay, give me a second. My goodness. I'm doing stuff right now. I don't even know where I am. Wait a second. What's that? Who is this? I feel like I'm being watched. Oh, this is the room with her. Let's chat with her.
Yes. How well do you know Carl?
So
Him?
popular.
I know him as
I don't
well
even
as
have
anyone
service
can,
here.
I guess. What do you mean?
The way he locks himself up in the castle. He never leaves. He's hiding from the world. Why do you think he's doing that?
I don't know.
Me either. What are the chances that the reason is a happy one?
Probably not great.
Right.
But what? This seems really aggressive.
Why are you really here?
What do you mean?
Anya told me you have a habit of showing up whenever there's talk of the monster. Is that true?
My carpal tunnel is actually
I don't
acting
keep
up
track
these
of gossip
days.
when I'm traveling. The weather, yes. The gossip, no.
From what I hear, it doesn't seem like a coincidence.
I'd watch what I said if I was you.
Honestly, fair.
Nancy?
But do you have a home? These questions are so rude.
Do you have a home, or are you always on the road?
Of course I do.
Where is it?
Here. Here's home. Wherever here may be.
It seems like it would be lonely, always traveling.
Whoa, I just spilled
It is.
coffee.
You're always leaving home. But then again, you're always heading home.
I actually kind of like what she just said. I think that's actually very cute.
Do you have a family?
I did, a long time ago.
What happened?
I've lived
What
to
do you
be
mean,
very
what
old,
happened?
But everyone is as lucky as I am.
That's rude
I'm
as hell.
sorry to hear that.
Don't be. We had beautiful days while they lasted.
Oh, you seeing it crop up a lot. Wait, what is? What's a, like, the wandering lifestyle? Like that sort of a thing? Nomadic lifestyle?
Have you ever seen anything as strange as this monster on your travels?
No, but I've heard stories. Every place with a history and a dark corner has its own monster to worry about.
Why do you think that is?
2 possible answers. The world is either full of bored people or extraordinarily shy monsters.
I hope it's Shy Monsters. I think that's really cute, actually. Extended warranty calls? I don't know. I don't answer calls unless I know who it's from, but probably. Probably.
Where are you going after this castle?
I don't know yet. Wherever I'm needed next.
Do you
I
think
might
you're
need my
needed
brace,
here?
actually. It kind
I
of
must
hurts.
be if I'm here.
Shy Monster
What do you
dating
mean
sim?
by that?
You must learn to relax. Don't pull all of the mystery out of your life. It's no fun that way.
All right, I think I do need to use it. Here, let me go grab it really quick. It's just over there, but my wrist hurts. My wrist hurts. Hold on. Hold on. Don't mind me. I'm a grandma. I'm broken. I'm broken. Okay. My nerves, they hurt
Why do you have
me.
such a bad reputation?
That's not up to me to decide or care about.
Why's that?
I have more interesting things to think about than my reputation. And so do you.
That's true. Okay. I'm in. I'm in. All right. It just makes it harder for me to use my mouse, though, but it's fine.
Are
point and
storytellers
click.
still in demand?
No.
I'll put
Today
mine on in
people want
solidarity.
flashy
Thank you.
computer games and big budget movies. They want instant gratification. The old stories, they traveled from one storyteller to another for millennia. Now they are dying
She's
off.
calling us out, chat.
That must be sad for you.
No, I know the stories. You do not. It is sad for you.
Saying something like, that sounds sad for you, is so mean. Oh my gosh.
How much longer do you plan on being a storyteller?
As long as I've got teeth, false or otherwise.
Yeah, girl, get it.
Bye.
Goodbye.
I respect her. She's saucy, but I like her. Oh, that's right. We've got German, and that's right. All of it is like so obvious. Did you know planet is der Planet? And did you know comet is der Comet? And did you know sun is du Sun? Like, no, yeah, I'm sure I could figure that out. I could figure that out. Context clues. All right. Now what, Marcus?
Call me back on the landline.
I know. I need to find a landline. My God. Relax. Well, I don't even know where I am. Oh yeah, there's a furnace down there. That's right. This is something. The fuck is the landline? It's not in the furnace. Oh, yikes. Wait, I'm lost. Oh, where am I? Hello? I'm lost. Oh, upstairs. This seems really good. Hello? Oh, G! And then there was another letter on that table. I forgot what it is, but there was a letter there
I
too.
have to translate that.
Ah! Nancy, you're
This
killing
must
me.
be the room that Carl set up for me.
There's a landline in there, I'm sure. Oh, look at this. First time. Gift shop purchases. We're gonna, okay, it's my mission to buy as many gifts as possible. I feel like usually in these games I don't do that, but I want to now. I can't read this without a dictionary. Polka prowess. Oh shit, there's a music festival. That's cool. Stuff. That's the landline. Bagabets, thank you for redeeming hydrate. I will drink water for my hydrate. We're fluent in German already. Die Son. Die Son. Yeah, where's our map system? I'm lost. This is hilarious. I didn't know that's how that worked. Who did I call? Did I call Ned on accident?
Hey, Nancy.
Oh, it's Fred. Frank. Fred. What the fuck is Fred? Oh my god.
I called Ned.
I heard. I'm glad the two of you could work things out.
Me too.
I didn't doubt that you would.
Thanks for being such a good friend.
No problem. It's good to see you two back together.
Thanks.
Do you really feel that way? We all know that the Hardy Boys have a crush on Nancy, specifically Frank. So, I'm gonna say that I sense some hesitancy, and he's just trying to be a good friend, but really he's just like, fuck. Ned sucks so bad. Fred from Scooby-Doo. I could really use some money.
I could really use some money.
Try seeing if there is anything you can do for the people around the castle.
She's like, no, I meant, can you send me some money? How's Joe, I guess?
How's Joe?
He's great. He says hi. Oh, also, he wanted me to tell you something. Hang on, I had him write it down because it was too weird to remember.
Adam
There we
wire some
go.
funds.
Dear Nancy Drew, he used your last name for some reason. I am glad you and Ned are back together.
What?
You go together like peanut butter and jelly. When you're apart, it's like peanut butter and sadness, or jelly and uncomfortable silences. Either way, you're looking at a sandwich that no one wants, and probably no one will buy it ever.
Yep, that sounds like Joe. Tell him I say hi.
Oh, you wish that was the end of the note. It goes on. A world where Ned and Nancy are not together as a couple is as disturbing as it is dangerous to the quantum makeup of our interstellar plane of reality. You know what? I'm just going to stop reading.
No, I need more. I need more.
That's okay. I think I get the picture. It's really sweet that he cares so much.
We also didn't even break up. What the fuck is this letter? Why are you writing this to me? I don't need it. I don't need a note being like, I'm so glad you're back together. What are you talking about? That's so weird. It's none of your business. I think what happened is that when Ned yelled at us the first time, I think we called Frank and he was like, I heard Joe is with Ned outside. They're like, Ned's upset. Joe's talking to him, trying to calm him down. Meanwhile, Nancy and Frank are just like, I love you so much. I mean, no. I mean, so I'm pretty sure that's what happened. And that's why Frank and Joe are involved with this right now. But also, it's none of your business. But boy, is that letter incredible. I'm obsessed. Is this bullying? We have to divorce this PB&J. Oh my god, that's so good. That was so good.
I've met everyone here. It's a pretty strange bunch.
How so?
Well, Carl, the leader here, is off in his own world working on elaborate board games. It's
Yeah.
Anya who seems to be running things.
What's she like?
She's certainly no pushover. She's also a little difficult to read.
Who else is there?
There's Renata. She's a traveling storyteller.
Interesting. What's she like?
I'm not sure. She can be a little cryptic. There's something she's hiding.
Knowing you, you'll get to the bottom of it in no time.
Then there's Lucas, security guard's son. Loves causing trouble. Seems obsessed with pulling pranks.
Yep, that's pretty common.
Really?
Are those
Oh,
bats?
yeah.
What's
I had a
happening?
prank
What the
phase.
fuck is happening out
So
here?
did Joe.
What made you stop?
Got too busy. I think I still have a notebook full of ideas somewhere, although most of the ideas involve variations on the bucket of water over a door theme. Gotta love the classics. Who do you think is behind the monster?
I don't know. It might not even be any of them.
Yeah, it might be a real monster, Frank. Hello. I love that I called Ned and I got Frank instead. This is honestly the best case scenario for when I accidentally called Ned. I definitely prefer Frank.
The people here seem to think that the same monster has been attacking the castle for years, maybe even centuries. Have you ever heard of anything
Maybe.
like that before?
Interesting. Well, nothing could live that long. Maybe it's a handy scapegoat.
A scapegoat?
Well, growing up, every time Joe broke something, he'd blame me. I'd do the same to him. Maybe whenever someone does something really awful, they take advantage of this monster story to throw suspicion off of themselves.
Truth.
The people here must be scared. I can't get them to answer their doors.
Really? You've tried?
Yeah, no one wants to talk.
They must really be scared of this thing.
I'll let you go.
Thank you.
Bye.
That was very
Bye, Nancy.
helpful. I am not gonna call Ned. I'm calling Marcus.
Marcus here.
Hi, it's Nancy.
Why do you keep calling me?
What's everything look like at the castle? Have you got everything under control?
Whoa, what's
far.
that?
Great. I'm on the way down. I'm about 4 hours away, but I'll try to be here if you need me. Thanks again for helping me out. It'd be
Marcus is
great
really
to have
coming?
the whole thing tied up by the time I get in.
I'll do my best.
That's what I'm expecting. I'm bringing some foreign investors to the castle tomorrow. Big money, big time investors. I mean like stupid rich. Like,
Spurt.
happy birthday, I got to that town in France you wanted rich. I want everything tied up with a neat bow. Signed, sealed, delivered, stamps, the whole 100 yards. You're like my personal stylist here. You gotta make me look good.
Stylist? I'm here to get rid of the monster, right?
Nancy, business is built on metaphors, fast talking itself, aggrandizing anecdotes. Like the time the Prime Minister told me that my yacht was fantastic.
What?
I knew you'd be a fast learner. That's my favorite type of learner. Favorite type of car, too. You prove yourself to me. In this case, I see big things in your future. Look at me. I started out small like you. Now I've got 4 houses. 3 in Berlin and 1 somewhere. Told my realtor to surprise me. Really should track it down someday. Also, I own a castle, but you know that.
What is this guy's flex? Oh my god, I hate him. Well, I hope you don't get here. I don't need to meet you.
What can you tell me
God
about
damn
Anya?
it.
Anya's Anya. Always has been.
Mark
I
is
was
very down
surprised
to earth, very
find out she was
relatable.
working at the castle, but that's synchronicity for you.
Why were you surprised she was working here?
We used to date.
You and Anya? Really?
Yeah, it was years ago.
She's too good for
She
you,
didn't
man.
mention that.
Yeah, I'm not surprised. The breakup didn't exactly go well. Well, no breakup goes well, right? That'd be weird.
That's
Anya
not
was
true.
pretty upset and she ended up acting a little strange.
Strange how?
It's not really... It wouldn't be very gentlemanlike to get into what went on. Let's just say she is the reason that I make sure my shoes are tied before I break up.
Wait.
What?
What happened?
Oh, I'm just being dramatic. It was rough. We got through it. When I find out she was working at the castle, it was weird at first, but stranger things have happened. Look, Anya and I have had our problems. But in business, skill comes first. She's very good at her job, and customers love her. That's good enough for me.
Okay. Tell me more
You're
about
the
the
one
drama.
who broke up with Anya?
Yes, I'd rather not get into the specifics, but I did end the relationship.
That's what they all say. Yeah, how much do I believe you? I don't know. He seems like he's got a lot of ego. And if she dumped him, he would be like, I did it. It was all my idea. I didn't even want to date her. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. I don't know about him.
What do you think of Carl?
He's not
Pretty
my ideal
normal,
manager,
pretty
but he
normal.
does an adequate job when he's not working on that game of his, that is.
I thought he was going to have a longer answer, so I took a drink. LOL.
What do you know about Renata?
Nothing. Is that a person?
Yes,
What?
she's a traveling storyteller.
Oh, okay. I'll add that to the list of things that you seem to think that I need to know.
You're a fucking asshole. Get the fuck out. I'm doing this as a favor to you, and I'm getting paid $0. What's wrong with you?
Can
Get
you
out of
tell me a
town.
little bit about this monster?
No, other than that it was a terrible timing, which is rude, by the way. I don't deal with these sort of things. I hire people.
He sounds
to do
like
it for
me. I said-
I'm big picture, Nancy.
I've called things
like a
rude like
dinosaur
10 times on
yearbook.
stream
I
today.
don't do small print.
All right.
Have you tried Carl's game?
No, 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 no. I do not play games.
I don't
but
believe you.
If I did, I would not play them with Carl.
Why do you insist that everyone dress up?
The castle isn't a hotel, Nancy. I'm not renting out a room. I'm providing an experience. I want our guests to create memories that they'll never forget during their visit here.
Like seeing a monster?
Are you implying that I'm behind the monster sightings?
Well, it's not out of the realm of possibility.
It is so far out of the realm of possibility that it has crossed the sea of you are wrong and landed in the realm of ludicrous accusations. But I do admire your thoroughness. Good hustle.
Good hustle. Thank you so much.
Bye.
Bye. Wow, the writing in this particular game is unhinged. What? What? What?
It's the monster! He struck again! Quickly! Follow me to the courtyard!
Oh, okay. Okay. Let's relax. Oh no!
Happened here?
It has gotten past the gates! This has never happened before! Nancy, this is different now. You better leave.
No, I'm gonna get
We
to
need
the
to
bottom of
put the fire out,
That
probably.
is not a smart move. I'm going to tell Marcus that whatever happens to you is no longer my responsibility.
What? You're just gonna leave the
Find a way
fire
to
here?
put out that fire and fast.
Alright, well thankfully I have an answer to this. Because I've already tested this out earlier. I can't believe he just left a fire and told me to deal with it. But no, he didn't even tell me to deal with it. He just told me to leave. And if I did just leave, nobody would have dealt with this. I saved the
Monster did
day.
some major damage out here. There's something strange stuck in that door. What a peculiar looking fur.
Ooh.
If I can find out where it's from, that could help me track the monster.
Alright. What else? Is everybody okay? There was a fire here. Y'all alright? So it got in, which means there's gotta be traces somewhere, right? Why is the music still so intense? I also needed to look at this paper anyway, so great. Okay, I should take a picture of this. I just yell through the door. Yeah, what are you knocking for? If it's an emergency? But also he didn't like hit up anybody else. It was just me. And it was like, okay, bye Nancy. Sus. German werewolves are closer related to dragons than wolves. But of course! Like the Jane Austen fire? Oh my god, never forget. Okay, Squidward. Alright, Squidward, take a picture of the clues, Squidward. Thank you. It was just a stray cat. Yeah, no big deal. Everything's chill. Everybody relax. Is there anything else? Nope. I guess I'll go back. Well, maybe Money! Maybe I should go outside and see what's outside. Hello? Who the fuck is calling me?
Nancy, call me back on the landline.
I just... Oh my god. I hate him so much. Whoa! Whoa!
I'd better find something else to wear.
This is Frank and Joe's
really
business.
wish I had my suitcase.
I have to find something else to wear? What does that mean? There's a dresser. No? I could sleep? A dictionary! We're all wet. I don't really need to sleep right now. I didn't even know you could. I guess I'll call Marcus. I guess. My warranty's about to
Marcus
expire.
here.
Do you believe that the monster could be real?
If it is, I know a guy who will pay through the nose for movie rights.
That didn't exactly answer my question.
Didn't it?
That's why you wanted me to call you?
See you
What?
later.
Bye.
You told me 0. What are you? What the fuck, my dude? What? Oh, money! Give it to me. There's really no clothes? What? What am I supposed to do about being all wet?
I need to change into some dry clothes first.
There are no clothes. What do you want from me, Nancy? Oh. Nancy, for you to put on. Yo, somebody knew. Somebody knew. Why would I fold my wet clothes? And leave it here. Nancy, that's dumb. Go dry them. Hang them up. There's a coat hanger, at least. At the very least. Nancy, you're so dumb. I'm gonna save this as okay, Ned, I guess, because it seems like we're actually, like, I asked what's her name about Ned advice, so I guess this is where we're at. I can't believe any of this is happening to me. What was I gonna do before? I was gonna try to go outside. Oh, we can try to do the music puzzle. Because I took a picture of the thing. Okay, I don't know if I have everything I need for this, but... Didn't I just speak to him? Yeah, I don't know what he wanted me to call him. He told me 0 information. Whatever. Where's the picture I just took? There it is. Okay. Musical notes. There was a fire. I know. Nancy, you have basic life skills. Okay, so... What am I doing? Okay, so based on this note, I think I want to do an E. Which is this. E. What? Adam, thank you for 23 months. Welcome back. Thank you for the resub. Here for Nancy. Here for Nancy. Okay. Anything? Let's try this again. Let's try this again. You telling me that's not right? Maybe, so if you look at the picture, it has, it's like circled, I don't know if I can show you, it's like circled certain notes and stuff, but I think maybe what I can try, there are certain ones where she's got the answer wrong, so I wonder if instead of just typing in the ones that are circled, I type in the correct answers, like the ones that, like, I'll do her wrong answers instead. Maybe that's what I have to do. So we have an E. And then we want to do a G after that, which is this. G. And then an F. A. D. And then she says E sharp. Isn't that just an F? That's just an F, y'all. And then B. And then C. No? What do you mean? How about if I do none of the wrong answers and only the right answers? Let's try that. E, A, D, B, C. Come on, video game. I'm trying it again. I'm trying it again. There's got to be one of these things has got to be correct. A, D, B, C. Girl. Girl, what? Okay, how about just the wrong answers? Jesus. B. Here's some Glockenspiel. You're welcome. So, what do we want to do here? Let's see. A, D, B. Liars! Why are you telling me this isn't correct? You're lying to me. Okay, how about E, G, F, A, D, E sharp, B, C. What? What? Okay, okay, I'm gonna ask Lucas. Because he's right here. Maybe he has answers, but probably not.
What are you wearing? You look like you're in a cartoon.
Your outfit's weird too.
Your outfit is pretty weird too.
It is? I thought it was pretty cool.
Oh, no, it's cool.
Sure, whatever.
Why'd you do that?
Why would you leave a bucket of water over my door?
I'm only allowed to watch 2 hours of television a week. I've got a lot of time on my hands.
Uh-huh.
What do you think of Marcus?
Who?
He's the man who owns the castle.
Oh, okay. I don't know him. I think I heard my dad talk about him a few times. I don't think he likes him all that much.
Okay,
I'll let you go.
I figured
Bye.
this
See ya!
music puzzle. I'm bully. No, I know bully. I said never mind. I said I didn't mean it. Okay. What do I have to do here? How do I solve this puzzle? What if I just do the wrong ones, but the correct answers? feel like I've done this so many times. So it's not that. Let's see. Maybe there's an order to it. Let's run outside really quick. Look at this again. Oops. I didn't mean that. So I tried doing all of them in order because it's like 1, 2. So I went like that. Maybe I should try up and down. But then why would they number it? You know what I mean? I've also tried doing only the ones in green. I've tried only the ones in red, which are with the wrong answers, and only the ones in red with the right answers. I've tried doing them all with the wrong answers as well. I got nothing. I have an itch, but I can't scratch it because I'm wearing my brace and I can't reach it. Let's see. Also, these are the same stamps that you use in the Japan game, by the way, to grade papers. Well, there are 2 of each color. Does that mean anything? Like of each color a key or whatever? Where's Butts? I know, he's just sleeping. He doesn't care about me at all. But I guess there could also be a missing part, technically. Like maybe there's something like a specific set of notes, and that page is just like a guide as to what, like how to read music, you know? Could just be that. Let's take a look around. I want to find the Burgermeister because I feel like we haven't talked to him in a minute. But yeah. Hey.
Nancy, glad you're here. Big news! The International Board Card and Dice Commission has announced that they will be accepting new games for review.
That is big news.
That means I can send Raid in.
That's great news.
Only
What?
I have very bad luck is a simple
Big
way of
news.
explaining it. Always have.
But this doesn't seem bad.
Not yet, but you'll see. Nothing good ever just happens, not in my life at least.
Oh, honey.
I'm sorry, you don't want to hear any more of my old man problems.
Old man problems are the
Actually
only
need
problems
your
I have.
help.
With what?
Since you're the best raid player I've met, will you help me create a new character? I know this
Girl,
probably
I've
won't
been
work
waiting
out,
my whole
but
life for this.
I want it to be perfect.
Yeah, 100%.
Sure.
Oh, excellent. Yes, I just knew you'd help. Maybe with your help, this wouldn't be such a disaster. I'd like you to help me come up with a new character. It is going to be based on the bear-skinned creature from the old tales. Should it be male or female?
Future's female.
Female.
Thanks.
That was all. Wait, that was the only thing you wanted to know. That's it. I made the character. You're welcome.
Have
Great.
you seen
Glad
a
to
burr
help.
like this before?
Let me see. Yes, I've seen something like that out in the woods.
Yo, we gotta go out to the woods. We have not been there. Wait, this guy created Raid the mobile game? Is this sponsored? I forgot to mention that. Uh-oh.
What do you think of Marcus?
He does not know what he's doing. He thinks we should all listen to him because he has a briefcase. Any fool can get one of those things, and anyway, they are silly. What is this, 1986? Not anymore, it isn't.
Damn, what a nocturne, 1986.
What do you think of Renata?
Did you know that Anya wants her to go? I
Anya?
don't understand why. She's such a great storyteller. This isn't the first time she's come here, you know. Although it was before my time, she knows a lot about this place.
Anya told me she likes Renata.
I'm pretty sure that's not the case. Maybe
Who's
she's
the
trying to
snake?
impress you by pretending to be far friendlier than she actually is.
Everyone has drama.
Bye.
It's like a
See you
reality
later,
TV show.
Nancy.
Did I help by telling you I just wanted that card to be that way? Alright, I already got this. There is a safe here, but I can't just, like, open it because this fool is here. Whoa, what? Oh. There's the board game. What else can we do in this room? Until he leaves, anyways. We did that puzzle. Anything else? I would imagine we can't do anything else until he leaves, so we can check out his stuff. But you never know, I guess. Yeah. I think there's nothing. Okay. Well, we should go out to the woods because we have not done that yet. At all. Where do I go for that? Hold on, I'm going the wrong direction. Wait, that's also... Wait, maybe that's not wrong. Yeah, okay, let's go to the woods. What can go wrong? What can go wrong? I should save. Oh my
It's
god.
too soon to leave. Maybe there's somewhere else to explore around here.
Yeah, okay. This is gonna be easy. Selling out. Kristen sells out the series. I'm gonna get fucking lost. You all know how I am with these kinds of mechanics. I'm done. I'm in these woods for the rest of my life. Ooh, what that? I'm gonna get killed out here. What? I'm back. I didn't want this. I didn't want this at all. I want to go out. What the heck? Wait, is that not the same entrance? Wait. Huh? But then when I do this, I can only go here. Okay, whatever. If I just keep clicking, eventually we'll get somewhere. Right? That makes sense. Where am I? Wait.
That's the same kind of burr that I found in the storefront.
I've never died in a Nancy game. Never.
Ow.
Oh.
Better find a way to clear a path first.
I have this.
Ouch!
Oh. I have, these.
It's not working. These need sharpening.
Okay. All right, we're on to something. It seems like that is the correct tool. We just need to get good. Easy. Hello? Hello? Anybody? Hello? I'll eventually get out. It'll be so good. You'll see. Hey, I made it. You just have to believe. Okay. So, we need to go through the gift shop. And then through this. And then... Hey, here we go. Furnace. So to use this, hi Drum, we're doing great. We're thriving out here. I need to sharpen these fools. Woo! It's scary. Yo, great. Wait, off. Turn off. Turn off. Okay, I did it. No big deal. Let's get out of here. I went the wrong way. Let's get out of here. Okay, back to the woods. Alright. Crushing it. No big deal. Unfortunately, I don't know how I got to that place before. So, what this way? Woo! I found something new! Oh, money! Yo! What up? I accidentally got rich. Okay. Here we go.
There's a camp back here.
Ooh.
It looks like this was dropped accidentally. I wonder what it's for.
I have no idea.
This will definitely come in handy.
I know. I didn't die. I lived. Because I'm good at games, y'all. Didn't you know that? Never have I ever died in Nancy Drew. Never. Okay. I can't get out. How do I leave? How do I go? God damn it! Uh-oh, I'm walking in circles. Uh-oh. 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 Ah! I escaped. I love surprise money. It's like when you go into your old jean pockets and you find a $20 bill and you're like, how long that been there? I have left the iron on. We don't have to talk about that. How dare you bring that up? How dare you? Wait, what did I get? What is it that I'm doing? I have a piece and I have a light. Oh, I can maybe translate this now.
I have to translate that.
Girl,
I
I'm
wonder
doing
what
it.
These orders he's talking about are.
Okay. What else do I have in here? A key that goes somewhere. I don't know yet. I can talk to Carl though because I have something to ask him about. I wish I could do the glass puzzle, but not yet.
Hello?
Oh, I want to help you with your
I'd
character.
like to help you with your character again.
All right, now what do you think? Brown fur or black fur?
Black.
Black.
Thanks.
Okay, bye.
See you
Bad
later.
tell.
See you later, Nancy.
I can't wait to see my card. I don't even know what he's doing. What do I work on? I should check the blade's girth. I've messed up. I messed up. One of my favorite game overs. That's wow. Okay. Okay, it's fine. I'm fine. What the heck? Why can't I?
Have to translate that.
I did. I just can't. I can't read it from here. Freer's daughter. Portrait damaged by fire in 2006. Though attempts were made to keep the portrait in its original state, some restoration work was required. Okay. That way there's a very obvious G on the painting. I bet you it wasn't there before. Did we need to do anything in the bedroom? I don't know. I guess we can take a peek. Go away. Let's call Marcus because we have a question for him. Hey, you sent this letter. What's the deal?
Nancy, hi.
Never mind,
I'll
I
let
can't
you
ask
go.
about
Bye.
it.
Bye.
Character creation is just deer. Sexy deer. I don't hate it. And I hope it is. I don't know that we need to translate this. I think it's... we get it. Let's read. Cow Release Parade. We've got... Hans and the Hedgehogs. We've got Das Monster and Wunderkids. Pretzels and more! Shit. The Zither Quartet. That's probably super cool, actually. I actually would love to go to a Zither Quartet. Okay. Y'all, I don't know what to work on right now. I guess we can, because I feel like we do need to do the xylophone puzzle or the whatever puzzle, the music puzzle, but I don't know what I need to be doing with it. We can learn to waltz. That's what I'm saying. What else can I work on? Let's go chat with some people and maybe they will have
Hey, Nancy.
info.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye. I love Lucas. Maybe I can buy presents.
Hi.
Did
Ah!
you and Marcus date?
Yes, but that was a long time ago.
Were you two serious?
We were. Or at least we thought we were.
Oh,
You know how
shit.
it is. But that's all in the past now. We chat every now and again for work, but that's about it.
Okay.
So Marcus is okay with you working here?
He wasn't at first, but he asked around and found out I do a good job. We both decided to be mature about it.
Did you leave this costume
Still
out for
seems
me?
weird.
No. Someone must have left it out for you for the festival. It looks great on you. Huh.
What?
Oh, that dress. It just looks really familiar. I wonder where I've seen it before.
Auf Wiedersehen.
Bye, Nancy.
Thank you for not helping me at all. I wonder if there's anything I can buy that will be helpful to my process. Let's take a look. I can buy this deer. What's this? Grimm's Baddies. Villains. Jazz me Beethoven. Sassy Stuttgart. What can I buy with my hard-earned money / things I found on the street? Ooh! Monster growls efficiently? What does that mean? Efficiently? Quite well? Matter of factly, what the fuck? What about in English? Thoughtfully. Huh? What? What's happening? What is going on? Monsters. Different monsters and stuff. Okay, cool. As though I don't know a lot about monsters. Come on. Who do you think I am? Oh, there's probably a clock puzzle. So this is probably gonna be handy. I don't know when. But it's a code. Let me write down some numbers. 9. Oh wait, isn't it just 9, 6, 3, and 12, basically? I feel like we've looked at this before. Yeah, it is. Oh, and 3. 9, 6, 3, and 3. Okay. What do I want to buy? With that. The Art of Glass. I want a shirt. It's so expensive. I can get a postcard. Oh shit! How long has this been here? Oh my god, that's just how they talk to each other. Oh my god. Wait, how long has this been here? Is this a puzzle? Nani? Oh. Pretzel. What? Okay. I'm gonna save just in case this is nothing, so I don't waste all my money. Strudel. I'm just snacking. It's Snackster Day! The fuck, though? Am I eating these, or am I just putting them in my pockets? Let me find out. Is it in my pockets? No, I'm eating them. Okay, well, I'd like cake then. I'm just gonna do one of each. Okay. Oh wait, never mind. Never mind. I thought maybe I was supposed to do this in a certain order. But I don't know. Wow. I feel like eating this out of this machine is maybe not a good idea.
That looks delicious.
What do you think? What? Of all of these things, Nancy, you were like, that's the one. What is this? What is happening to me? What is going on? Oh. Okay. Well, I'm gonna take my snacks then and go. I no longer have a lot of stuff of money, so I'm just gonna go. Do you want a snack?
Hello.
Bye.
Bye.
Okay, I just have a lot of snacks now, so feeling really good about it. Ooh, I should read the warning, huh?
I have to translate that.
I feel like the picture is specifically meant. Wow, I'm aware. I feel like the picture is specifically meant so that you don't have to perfectly translate to understand the warning. You know what I mean? Money! Thank goodness. I'm broke. What is there for me to do? There's the furnace room. I don't need that at the moment. Maybe we go check out Renata and see how she's doing. What's up?
What are you wearing, Nancy?
Oh, I remember.
Change out of that this instant.
I remember what I have to do. I remember what I
What's
have
the
to do.
matter? It's just a costume for the celebration. It was left in my room.
Who left that in your room?
Hi,
I
Jen.
don't know. It was just there with a note to put it on. I
Curry
still don't
Wurst.
see what the big deal is.
Change out of it now.
No, I forgot. Yeah, I remember now. You're supposed to give her snacks so she falls asleep and then you can go in her bag. I completely
No,
forgot.
change first. We will talk later.
What? I don't. But my clothes that I was supposed to hang up to dry are folded instead, so they're not dry. But yeah, I think that's what we have to do. I did buy too many snacks though, considering. Well, maybe you need to feed her a lot. I don't know.
What happened? Who would do something like this?
Oh no! Well,
Better hang on
oh!
to this.
Oh! Cornered by the monster and unable to reach the safety of the castle, the girl jumped down the deep, dark well. The rainwater from the blowing storm was just high enough to keep her from plummeting to her death at the bottom of the well. Above ground, the monster raged, furious that she was now out of his reach. The girl listened in terror as the monster paced near the well's opening above, roaring in frustration. Could this be the site of a desperate escape attempt? Afraid that the monster might follow her in, the girl desperately looked around for another way out of the pitch-black well. She struggled to stay afloat, running her hands over the walls for any sort of handhold. Finally, she came across an area that differed from the rest of the stones. There is a secret passageway in that well. You've just told me. Thank you so much, whoever broke into my room and ruined my stuff, for the clue. I appreciate you. Thank you. Bye. This way. Yo, Renata, there's nothing I could do about this. Somebody messed up my clothes. Don't go to sleep.
Why are you still wearing that?
My clothes,
No such
they're
thing
gone.
as too many snacks.
Someone tore them to shreds.
On Snacker Day.
This is bad. Who did it?
I don't know. I don't even know why anyone would want to do it.
Someone thinks it's important that you look the part, it seems.
Yikes.
Do you and Carl get along?
No.
My clothes!
Why is that?
I ask you, do we seem like we should get along? He's an officious bureaucrat. He's desperate to control everything. You can't trust someone like that.
You hungry?
Would you like some food?
She's a sweet tooth, right? Cake.
That is just what I wanted. Thank you.
Enjoy! Hell yeah! Time to go through her stuff.
I need to get to that box.
What the fuck?
Waking Renata up.
I need to take the wrist brace off for this. This is gonna be difficult. Hold on. Ow, I'm all sweaty in here. Okay. Oh, I can rotate. Uh-oh. Ah! How about like could put that there. Everybody relax! Everybody relax! Everybody chill. Oh! Did I do it? Yeah!
I need to figure out
What? Oh my god! Okay, well I've played Wordle, so I know how this works. I'm gonna do blue, purple. Hello? Oh, it's in 4. It's in 4. Green, red, yellow. Submit. Wait, how do I know what order this is in? I guess it just means any of them are correct. Okay, how about we do blue? Oh, wait. Let's do green, blue, cyan, purple. Okay. Blue, green, pink, red? 2 are right. Oh, bitch. Okay, I'm gonna assume blue and green are correct, but I could be so wrong. What if I do purple? I'm gonna do purple and actually, I don't know that that's correct. Let me just do this really quick. Yeah, that's not right. Let's try blue. and red, and then do different stuff for the rest. Let's try red there as well, and maybe yellow? Damn. Blue. Yellow. I changed my mind about what I think the answer is. I'm gonna do a red here and a green here. And a red here. And maybe a purple here. Let me try that. Nothing happened. I just wanted to check to see if maybe I was on the wrong path here. Okay, so one of these colors is correct. So maybe it's not red, but it's one, maybe it's yellow? And then we have maybe not purple, maybe this blue color. And maybe, I don't think this is right. Okay, we're getting close though. I only have 2 chances. I have to use my brains. Hold on a second. Two of these are right, so one of these, maybe we try pink. Hello? Did it happen? Hello? Oh, I got it right! Woohoo! Thank you.
Up to, it seems like she's tracking the monster.
Ew.
There's a dungeon in this
Oh my
castle.
God.
I'd better find it.
I'm taking this with me. Also, what's that? No! Krollmeister, come on! I didn't ask for that. I wanted to read this. The owl. Oh,
I'd
shit!
better hang on to this.
I'm taking it. I'll read this later. She might wake up. The owl. Hold on. I'm saving here because what if she wakes up when I'm in the middle of reading? Okay. 200 or 300 years ago, when people were far from being so crafty and cunning as they are nowadays, an extraordinary event took place in a little town. By some mischance, one of the great owls, called horned owls, had come from the neighboring woods into the barn of one of the townsfolk in the nighttime, and when day broke, did not dare to venture forth from her retreat, for fear of the other birds, which raised a terrible outcry whenever she appeared. In the morning, when the manservant went into the barn to fetch some straw, he was so mightily alarmed at the sight of the owl sitting there in a corner that he ran away and announced to his master that a monster, the like of which he had never set eyes on in his life, and which could devour a man without the slightest difficulty, was sitting in the barn, rolling its eyes about in its head. I know you already, said the master. You have courage enough to chase a blackbird about the fields, but when you see a dead hen lying, you have to get a stick before you go near it. I must go and see for myself what kind of monster it is, added the master, and went quite boldly into the granary and looked round him. When, however, he saw the strange, grim creature with his own eyes, he was no less terrified. She's not snoring anymore. He was no less terrified than the servant had been. With 2 bounds, he sprang out, ran to his neighbors, and begged them imploringly to lend him assistance against an unknown and dangerous beast, or else the whole town might be in danger if it were to break loose out of the barn where it was shut up. A great noise and clamor arose in all the streets. The townsmen came armed with spears, hay forks, scythes, and axes, as if they were going out against an enemy. Finally, the senators appeared with the burgomaster at their head. When they had drawn up in the marketplace, they marched to the barn and surrounded it on all sides. Thereupon one of the most courageous of them stepped forth and entered with his spear lowered, but came running out immediately afterwards with a shriek and as pale as death, and could not utter a single word. Yet 2 others ventured in, but they fared no better. At last one stepped forth, a great strong man who was famous for his warlike deeds, and said, "You will not drive away the monster by merely looking at him. We must be in earnest here. But I see that you have altered." Whoa, okay, you've altered into women? Get the fuck out of here. This is old. This is not the way, my dude. Whatever. Fuck your gender roles. Not one of you dares to encounter the animal. He ordered them to give him some armor, had a sword and spear brought, and armed himself. All praised his courage, though many feared for his life. The 2 barn doors were opened, and they saw the owl, which in the meantime had perched herself on the middle of a great crossbeam. He had a ladder brought, and when he raised it and made ready to climb up, they all cried out to him that he was to bear himself bravely, and commended him to St. George, who slew the dragon. When he had just got to the top, and the owl perceived that he had designs on her, and was also bewildered by the crowd and the shouting, and knew not how to escape, she rolled her eyes, ruffled her feathers, flapped her wings, snapped her beak, and cried, "Toot, toot," in a harsh voice. Strike home, screamed the crowd outside to the valiant hero. And anyone who was standing where I am standing, answered he, would not cry, "Strike home." Whatever. He certainly did plant his foot 1 rung higher on the ladder, but then he began to tremble, and half fainting went back again, and now there was no one left who dared put him in such danger. "The monster," said they, "has poisoned..."
What's Renata up to? It seems like she's tracking the monster. There's a dungeon in this castle. I'd better find it.
I was trying to tell a story. Hello.
I'd better hang on to
Thanks.
this.
Okay, I'm at the end. Okay. The monster, said they, had poisoned and mortally wounded the very strongest man among us by snapping at him and just breathing on him. Are we too to risk our lives? They took counsel as to what they ought to do to prevent the whole town from being destroyed. For a long time everything seemed to be of no use, but at length the burgomaster found an expedient. "My opinion," said he, "is that we ought, out of the common purse, to pay for this barn, and whatsoever corn, straw, or hay it contains, and thus indemnify the owner and burn down the whole building, and the terrible beast with it. Thus no one will have to endanger his life. This is no time for thinking of expense, and miserliness will be ill applied." All agreed with him. So they set fire to the barn at all 4 corners, and with it the owl was miserably burnt. Let anyone who will not believe it go thither and inquire for himself. This is a sad ending. The owl maybe died. The Brothers Grimm are, like, that's intense. I don't know what's up with them. See you later, though. Anyway, I can't believe Grandma killed us. That's pretty rude. Time to go. Also, Drum, thank you for redeeming Hydrate. And after reading, I do need. Now let's take a peek, shall we, at what we have discovered. So we've got pages with letters and stuff on it that I'm assuming we'll need. But what's the tea? We've got monster sightings, so I guess we can take a peek. Girl abducted. There's a dungeon, so I guess we just need to find how to get to it. So if we have the shop here, and I'm guessing this is the furnace, so there's maybe a secret room within the furnace that takes you through all this. I guess let's go check it out. I forgot how to get there, but when I figured that out, we will do it. I think if we go this way, through the gift shop, let's talk to him first, though.
Hello.
Never mind.
I'll let you go. Bye.
See you
Grandma
later.
sauce. Grandma and her snacks. So, furnace room.
This is the lowest room
Here
in
we
the
go.
castle. I should be able to find the dungeon through here somehow.
Okay. Somehow, some way. Cool. Awesome. We just have to get through here, I suppose. Okay, so we've blocked it. Now, can we open this? Hey!
That's too hot.
The fuck? What am I supposed to do about that? Did I actually do it? Shut the fuck up! First try! What up? See ya! Okay. Do I have a battery in this? Who knows? Whatever, I made it. I made it. What is? A prison. Cool. There's traffic noises outside. I
This
apologize.
looks like it's about
Hey!
the legend. And there are letters in the corner.
Fantastic. I can read that stuff later. I'm assuming it will find a way to have them all put together in order, but maybe not. I don't know. Okay. We love a dungeon.
Looks like something could fit in here.
Oh, something like this. No. I was so confident. All right, well, later then. Trapdoor?
What's that? It looks like some sort of trapdoor.
Open it. Open it with this. Okay, never mind. Just kidding. How about a cell? Maybe there's nothing for me to do right now. But this will come in handy later, maybe? Good to know, though. There's a trap door. There's a thing with that thing. And... anything else? I guess the page is what's really important. And then maybe this eventually. There's nothing in there right now. Okay. Well, that was really successful. Great! Great!
I hate snakes.
Oh my god, that's fucked up. I'm so mad. Who did this to me? Lucas! I am coming for that guy. That's rude. Oh my god. Give it to me.
Old snake paint. I bet Lucas is behind this.
I can't believe it. I really did get jump scared. That's messed up. I am going to have some words with this boy. Hold on. Lucas! Wait, I'm going the wrong way. Lucas! I don't even want to talk to you right now, lady. Lucas! Sir?
Nancy, come down here. I need your help. Can you go distract Carl?
Okay.
I've got a really great prank idea, but I need him distracted. Can you do it?
Yeah.
Sure.
You are my favorite new person in the world, Nancy. Come back and let me know when he's distracted.
Oh. Got it. All right. See ya.
Thanks. See you later.
Bye.
All right, Carl. What do I gotta do to Carl? He is this way. Yo, something's
Nancy,
happening.
what
You
is
gotta
going
check it
on?
out. Oh, I have a
I
couple
keep
things.
finding references
first.
to these missing girls.
Those I do not like to talk about.
You're supposed to help me out here. I need to know what they
Lucas.
mean.
Those girls, they're the monster's past victims.
What do you mean?
This monster, this is not the first time he's been to this castle looking for a victim.
I've gathered that. Why are the victims always young women?
Sexism.
No one knows. Some say that the monster takes a bride and that the two live together deep in the forest.
Is that what you think?
Oh, no. Come on now.
What?
What do you think happens?
I do not want to know. Those girls never come back. That alone is enough to keep me up at night. And Nancy, if the monster is back, you do well to distance yourself from what you see in those paintings.
What do you mean?
Paintings.
We can only guess what will happen next by what's happened before.
Am
and
I
if anyone
missing
here
something?
looks like one of the girls in the paintings, it'd be you.
What? Why? I want to do
I'd
the
like to
character
give you
thing.
more help with your character.
Now the character needs a special
Oh,
item.
let's
Should it be
go.
a magic golden ring or a never-ending pocket full of gold coins?
Definitely a ring.
I want my character to wear the ring.
Thanks.
Okay, now.
Can you help me distract Lucas for a minute by staying at your desk? He wants to set up a prank for you.
I will sit here and be your unsuspecting prank victim. And finally, I will be able to catch him in the act.
I thought I was supposed to distract him, but I just told him to stay there.
Bye.
Auf Wiedersehen!
I don't know if this is gonna work. Because I feel like this is the opposite of what I was supposed to do. But maybe I'm not understanding. Wait, I forget how to get to the guy, the kid. Is it this way? Wait, other side? Wait, where am I? Hello? This way. Yeah, okay. Okay, I think he's distracted. I don't actually know. Do your thing, though.
Hello.
Do you know what the stories about these missing girls are all
He's
about?
gonna hate me. I know!
That's
Did
all
I do
those
this wrong?
girls? They were killed by the monster.
Do you think that's true?
I hope not.
Okay, go.
Okay, Carl is distracted.
All right, I'm off. Wish me luck.
The middle of this message
Oh!
is some sort of code.
Yes! I love these. Okay, we're gonna do that later. But let me just see what happens with this. I love scrambles, though. I love them.
Hi again.
How'd it go?
So, how did it go with Lucas?
I did not catch him in the act. I don't want to talk about it.
I'll let you go. Bye.
See you later, Nancy.
What happened to you? Wait, I need to talk to Lucas again. Wait, I'm lost. Oh, this way. I'm never gonna know where I am. Okay,
What's up?
how'd it go?
So, how did the prank go?
Pretty good. Not my best.
Oh, do it again.
Thanks. See you later.
See you later.
Or I thought he was gonna distract Carl from me, but I guess not. Okay, let's take a look at this.
I bet if I try moving the letters around in the columns, I can figure out what it says.
All right, let's do this. To come visit me and scramble the message by swapping letters within each of the vertical columns. You've got it. I love this stuff. Okay, let's go. So 2. So first, the way to do this, I feel, is to start with your short words. So this could be the, for example. This one is probably also the, to be perfectly honest. We've got this one, which could be in. We have this one, which will probably also be the. I love these puzzles so much. I could do these all day. Of. Are. She. No? Okay, how about, and this one, the, are, the, sick. I love this stuff. Puzzler, hi! How are you doing? What's up? Welcome to the stream. The prank was anticlimactic. I feel like there is another prank, though, because there's a way to get Carl out of the office and all that. Yeah, let's go big brains. We're solving puzzles. It's very chill and hilarious. I think that from here... Let's go with this word first, maybe? To open. Hey, to open the whatever. P. It's probably an E here and A here. No, maybe not. Play. Hey, we're doing it. Oh yeah, how's work going? Are you halfway through? Are you almost done? No, you're not almost done. Halfway through though? Halfway through? How about them? Oh, there's another 3-letter word. I didn't even notice. The. Nice. In the blank of the list. Girl, we're doing it. Blank them and then play around below hidden booted. How about looted? No. Lost it. That doesn't make any sense. Listed is what I want. And booth. Cool. This will probably be... How about R? Maybe? Oops. R. And then, what is it that we have right now? To open the whatever booth, play the whatever. Whatever are hidden around the whatevers. Whatever them. Wait, how about find them? Find them and then play play this. Play them. in the whatever of the list, in the order of the list. Hey, the hidden Glockenspiel. Glockenspiel. Girl, come on. Puzzles are easy. Okay. The hidden you know what? Whatever. Whatever, man. Whatever, man. Puzzles, whatever. To open the security booth, play the Glockenspiel. Notes are hidden around the castle.
I got it.
Find them and
I
then
need
play.
to track down
I'm
these
trying to read
locations
this,
and find
Nancy.
all of the hidden notes.
Puzzles are easy. To open the security booth, play the Glockenspiel. Notes are hidden around the castle. Find them and then play them in the order of the list. Wait, what? The hidden locations are listed below. Oh. Okay. Notes are hidden around the castle. Find them and play them in the order of the list. So I have two. Do I have 2 or 3? Something like that. Get hacked, puzzles. Nice try, puzzles. Get it together, puzzles. Upstairs portrait of the young lady. I have that. Florist initial, hallway bookstand, castle gates bell, glass furnace. Okay, let's go in order. Upstairs portrait. Let's go to the portrait. I know exactly where that is. But I forgot the letter because your girl was not writing them down. Upstairs portrait.
This
It
must
is
be one of the
G.
musical notes I need.
G. Got it. What's next? Florist initial. Florist? Florist? Where are their flowers? In the living room? Like over here? Oh, how about... hold on. Florist. Flowers. Flowers? Flowers? Hey! How long's that been there? I've read this book before, so it's not that. Letters? Whoa, money! Also, letters? No letters. How about... Castle Gates Bell. I mean, we can do that. That will be up here. Hello?
There's
Ah!
a letter G on the door.
Oh, shoot!
I bet it's another one of the notes I need.
Okay. Let me... 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So this is number 4? Right? Castle Gates Bell is G. Glass furnace. That's downstairs, so let's go there. This way. Oops. More snacks? Love to see it. Okay, furnace. Oh, wait, there was one. Wait, I might die here. Hold on a second. Hold on. Close that. Open that.
Must be
A.
one of the letters that Lucas's dad was talking about.
I almost died. All right. And then we need hallway bookstand and floral initial. Okay. Floral initial? The heck? Maybe like... Wait, wasn't there... Maybe it's in one of these little rooms. Maybe we did see something before. This music is so funny. Stealing the joy of the puzzle scavenger hunt. I know, he doesn't get to be a part of this. He's too busy pulling pranks. If Ned was a puzzle, Nancy just solved him and moved on. Here for it. I like that they're, I know, is it a scavenger hunt if they tell me exactly where it is? But we're looking for a bookshelf. A bookshelf. There's so many corridors in this place, honestly. Maybe, is there something in this room? Have we ever looked at this? Oh! Also, there's right here! Are we not? Is that nothing? Is that nothing? I guess it's nothing. Then what's that there for? What? Florist initial? Hallway bookstand? This is none of those things. Okay. All right. I'll ignore it then. It's not going to be over here, so okay. But you know what this does mean is that now that we have this piece, oh, you know what? There might be right here. Hold on a second. Right there.
That must be
There
another
we
of
go.
the musical notes I need.
This will be for hallway bookstand. So that will be B. We just need to find the florist one. But we can do the glass puzzle right now. Because we have all the pieces! Yay! I'm so excited! Alright. Let's play with glass or whatever. We'll do that right there. I think. Yeah, I guess it's like this. We have a purple piece. I'll layer this later. I'm in the middle. I just want to do this first and see if I can place them where they're supposed to be, and then we'll mess with the different layers of them and stuff. Okay, we've got yellow like this. We've got the blue square here. Orange like this. Green like that. Green like that. And then pink like this. So, oh wait, no, not like that. Like this. Okay, so let me figure this out. This looks good. But I think this will have to go on top. And then this one. Yeah, that looks good. And then I think blue is on top. Yellow is like this. And then this is like that. Wait. Hold on. This has to go over. Shit. Okay, hold on. There we go. Puzzles, easy. Senior detective mode, who cares? Let's go.
Take this with me.
Yay, bye, big brain. What is this? I picked it up very quickly and didn't really look at it. Anyways, we've got something else to find. Let's go find it. Florist? Florist? I don't know. Get wrecked, Ned. I'm gonna take every win as an as like a fuck you, Ned moment. Oh, I can't do this because he's sitting here. Right, hold on. I can't look into his desk until he's out. But florist.
Hi, Nancy.
Character.
I'd really like to help with your character.
Now you should choose hero or monster.
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 Thanks.
Bye.
Auf Wiedersehen.
Bye. All right, so we need maybe. What if it's in our bedroom? Are there flowers in the bedroom? I actually don't remember, but we can find out. Flowers, 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 flowers. I haven't bought anything except food. Which, honestly, if I was vacationing, that would be the only thing I'm buying. I don't need to call anybody, because I can do this on my own. I'm an independent woman. Bed? No. My clothes? I guess nothing in here, so never mind. I can leave. Flowers, 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 flowers. Where in this castle are there flowers? I feel like it's the floral wallpaper. Maybe? What's that? Oh, nothing. I thought we did find something in one of these rooms, though, which is why I was curious. The furnace is down there. We already found something there. Should we talk to her?
Hello.
No, we shouldn't.
Bye.
Auf Wiedersehen.
AOT, thank you for redeeming Hydrate. Good idea. Good idea. Das Monster. There's no flower stuff here. On a postcard, though? Not really. Okay. This is what I would think, but there's nothing. Hello, Lucas. It could be outside? Like in the woods? What's in here again? Beware, stairs. I could have sworn we did see a letter somewhere. Okay. Plants. Okay. Let's go outside. Maybe it's out here somewhere. Oh, you know what? It could be like, well, there's like a flower cart right here, sorta. Or is it food? Whatever.
That must be one of the
Hey! I knew it! D! Yay! Let's go! Let's go. Alright, I'm ready. Let's glockenspiel the hell out of here. Okay! I guess I'll keep my picture up. Although, this is like the same as a piano, so I know how to read this for the most part. So, it says G, D, B, G, A, right? Girl! Yo! Bye! I should save the game. Oh my god. I found secrets. Oh my god! This vaporwave ass background. Okay. Yo! Well, I have a dial. I have this right here. Yo. Yo! Yo!
There must be directions for how to use this somewhere.
Directions. Who needs directions? This is fine. I should probably read directions. Hold on. There's probably directions around here somewhere. But also, who needs them? Directions
I
are
wonder what
for
this
poopies.
does.
Well, I have a dictionary.
I should try that with my phone.
To receive alerts, place phone here until light appears. Security.
Everyone must have
Oh
an
shit!
area of the castle to secure when the alarm rings. This could come in handy.
Oh, so this is how you can get them out of the room so that you can do stuff. I want to make it Waverly Academy. Thank you. How do I put my phone? Oh, I see.
All right, it looks like I'll be getting security alerts on my phone now.
Good. Great. I kind of want to keep doing stuff though. I know I just called Anya out, but I still want to do things. Money! Krollmeister again! Oh, I have a thing.
Looks like it's missing 2 dials.
Okay, so here's one. And then we'll come back to this, I guess, later. Enigma operating procedure. Enigma, like, in the war? Like the Enigma machine? Is that what this is? Requires 3 rotors be placed in before use. To decode code message, select special starting letter for each rotor. Yada, yada, yada. I don't have the tools for this yet, so we'll do this later. But how about... Oh, here we go. Power-up sequence for CCTV. Okay. Insert power key. Turn on. All stations on the security grid must be fully powered up. Light shows green before CCTVs are operational. The system has a limited number of charges it can send before resetting to initial settings. To send a charge, press any zap up button to charge that button station on the security grid. Each charge increases a station's power reserve by 25%. When a charge fully powers up a station, the charge continues out along all connections from the station, blah, blah, blah. Once all stations on the grid are fully powered up... Okay, I did not retain any of that information, and that's fine. We don't need it. We'll figure it out. Okay. How about 9? Yeah, I get it. I understand the rules. How about 15? Girl, first try. What even? Puzzles are for babies.
What's she doing there?
Can't believe I just did it in one try. Renata, what are you doing? Okay. Oh, and what's her name is out, so I guess I could take a peek at some stuff. He's... Am I the most senior detective? I know. I don't know how this happened, but... Alright, is she still out? She's still out. We should go and run to the store really quick. She's gone. Yo, let's sneak up on her stuff. Let's go behind her desk. I thought you were gone! Sorry. Yes. Okay, I won't be going there yet. I'm gonna look at the clocks instead first, and then we'll
What
see
was
what's
Renata
up.
doing with the clocks?
I do not know. But it's 9 and... This is still the same times that I have written down so far. 9, 6, 3. 3. That's still what I had written before. Maybe we're looking at specific aspects of the clock? Something's hiding in here? I don't know. How about write that?
Renata
Write
must
that
have
right there.
dropped this. I should figure out what it's for.
What the heck is this? Time to steal some clothes. I know. I messed up by not doing that. Okay, well, first things first. Let's get that girl whose name I can't remember. Anya? Something like that? Let's get her out of the way really quick. And then we'll do the same with Carl or whatever. Isn't my phone supposed to let me know?
Have to translate that.
I don't, though. I know what it says. Oops. Hold on a second.
I already did that.
That's what I thought. Okay. Anya, are you going? Anya? Are you leaving? Fantastic. Bye. Okay. No whammies. I have a key, though. I don't know what it's for. Not that, I guess. Okay. Book. I'm gonna save because I'm gonna read. And I don't want her to come back. He next told them how he was king of the Golden Mountain and was married to a princess and had a son 7 years old. But the merchant said, "That can never be true. He must be a fine king, truly, who travels about in a shepherd's frock." At this, the son was vexed, and forgetting his word, turned his ring and wished for his queen and son. In an instant they stood before him, but the queen wept and said he would have broken his word and bad luck would follow. He did all he could to soothe her, and she at last seemed to be appeased, but she was not so in truth, and was only thinking how she should punish him. One day he took her to walk with him out of town, and showed her the spot where the boat was set adrift upon the wide waters. Then he sat himself down and said, "I am very much tired. Sit by me. I will rest my head in your lap and sleep a while." As soon as he had fallen asleep, however, she drew the ring from his finger and crept softly away and wished herself and her son at home in their kingdom. And when he awoke, he found himself alone and saw that the ring was gone from his finger. You go, girl. Don't let him tell you what to do. Yeah, she crushed it. Good for her. There's like nothing else here that matters because I can't get into her stuff. Where is her key? Boo. Boo. Well, can I just take stuff? I feel like Nancy wouldn't. I feel like she would still pay for it, which is annoying. But I'm gonna buy something because I can. I'm gonna buy, I would like to buy, why can't I buy stuff? Because she's not here? Ah! Nancy, why are you gonna be honest? Can I buy a postcard? No! I can't buy without her. Oh my god. That's messed up. Okay, fine. In that case, let's get Carl out of his room. Carl! Some whammies. No! Okay, so Carl, oh my god. Carl's house, Carl's office. Who's bothering me right now?
Monster sighted on castle grounds. This is not a drill. Monster sighted on castle grounds. This message will not repeat.
That is a sus message. I'm not gonna listen to it, and I'm gonna go into the office instead. You can't stop me.
It's locked.
I know. Well, what if I go through his stuff?
I need a key.
What about? Yo! God damn it! This is rude as hell. My dearest Mildred, not a day goes by where I don't find myself wishing that I could be with you at that mysterious far-off place you call home. Alberta. It has been 3 years since your last visit here, and I wish more than anything that I could be a part of your snow-covered world. But I know that it isn't meant to be. I think often of your invitation. Oh, how I wish I could explain to you I could never be with you. You would think me mad, but I know that I am not. It is too dangerous for you to know me. Ah! Oh, hey.
It says Anya. Could it be for the shop?
Thank you. That's useless to me. I don't know his password, so that's not great. How about your other drawers?
Oh, have to translate that.
The Monstrosity Night Festival site. This is amazing. Festival planning for beginners. Okay, here, let's save. There's a lot of reading. So, you've decided to throw a festival. Congratulations! A festival's a great way to boost community spirit and to celebrate momentous occasions or anniversaries. But now the real work begins, and CastleCast is here to help make it happen with our Festival Planning for Beginners series. Here are some tips and tricks for the first-time festival planner. Begin by choosing a festival theme. Next, pick an appropriate date and venue. Verify that no other events are scheduled to take place on that day and that the venue is available. Announce the date early on to allow vendors, acts, and attendees time to prepare. Schedule a wide variety of activities throughout the day that will cater to your intended audience. It's a good idea to provide multiple overlapping choices to ensure that there's something for everyone at every hour of the day. Book a popular act to headline the festival and schedule them in the largest venue at the end of the day. No big deal. How hard can that be? If there's an activity or talk that you wish everyone to attend, schedule it immediately before the headliners in the same venue. Bring in local vendors. It's a perfect opportunity to support local business and introduce visitors to your area's specialties. Food vendors are a must. Promote your festival with flyers, local news coverage, and cross-promotion at other events. Bill yours at the best of the best. Make it truly unforgettable. Plan a special surprise that will astound and amaze your attendees, making your festival the one they talk about for years to come. Follow these tips and tricks, and you'll be sure to make your festival a success. No longer a beginner? See our Festival Planning Master Series for the experienced festival planner. I bet you the Firefest guys used that. I bet you. Okay, so I've got, like, no passwords, so I can't, like, do stuff right now. But I do have the key, so that's good. But I can't get into his stuff right now, so I guess I'll just go get Anya out of the shop again? That makes sense to me. Oh yeah, there's a monster on. That's right.
Monster sighted on castle grounds.
I
This
know.
is not a drill. Monster sighted on castle grounds. This message will not repeat.
All right, I'm going. If the monster's sighted, like, what is it that what do you want from me? I'm just gonna go about my business. I'm gonna come across the monster eventually. What if I go outside? Monster! Hello? Where you at? Oh, Lucas is gone too. Well, I'm gonna keep doing my thing. I don't know where it wants me to go.
There's someone in the courtyard. It's the monster.
Here?
I better go see if I can track it.
There it is. Okay.
It's the monster.
Look at them. Looks like a human. Oh, it's Frankenstein's monster. It's clomping.
It hasn't noticed me. I should try to get closer without being seen.
No, oh, yeah, easy. No big deal.
Whoa!
Damn! Oh! Okay, bye. Okay, see ya. What's that, though? What's that, though? What's that, though? Hello? What's that, though?
I can't open it.
Not with that attitude. Hey! How about now? Hey!
It looks like
Hey!
that one letter is blocking the rest. I need to see if I can slide it free.
Y'all know I love a slide puzzle. I'm so excited. There's been so many puzzles today. I'm feeling really, really blessed about it. Okay, let's try a little bit of that and a little bit of that. What if I try something like this? I guess I would need like that. Like, hold on a second, hold on a second. How about like this? Actually, if I do this, hold on a second. Okay. Ooh, I'm close. Your girl is close. Oh, I see. Okay. How about like... Yo! Again! Wow, this is such a complex gate puzzle. Like, there's just not like a thing to like pull. All right, that's fine. Okay. Oh, I see. So we're gonna want that to be out like that. All right. Oh, I kind of want... How do I get this out? Like that. There we go. And then... this, like that. Girl, don't even worry! This would be bad in an emergency. Exactly. Hey!
Oh, that was too close. Well, this certainly proves it was not my imagination.
Did I pick it up? Do I have it? Did I take it? I guess I can try to follow. Like, I saw him go this way. And we do know they have a camp. So maybe... I don't know how to get there, though. I've just been guessing. So... Hey, here we go. A camp. But we already knew this was here, so we're way ahead of the game here. There is the tree, though. If I can find the tree, maybe there's something... Here it is. Nothing new. Just kidding. Just kidding. Boring. The woods are boring. Nature boring. What are we even doing here in nature? We're indoor kids. Let's go. I keep going in circles. That's how you know I'm an indoor kid. God damn it, why do I keep showing up here? Get me out. Hello? Anybody? Alright, well, I can sure talk to everybody about things, but first things first, I would like to snoop. Anya GTFO. Goodbye. Goodbye. Thank you. Let's go through her personal belongings. Yeah, that's what's up. Okay, which key was it? This one? Nice.
I bet
That'll
I could use
take.
this on one of the clocks.
Perfect.
Something isn't quite right. Why would Anya print these emails? and
The Ides of
them?
March! Wait, that's not the Ides of March. That's just Mario Day. This is Mario Day. From Marcus to everyone, all CASA employees, total CASA revenues have dropped radically for the third quarter in a row. Dramatic action must be taken immediately. It is each employee's first priority to ensure that the CASA reaches its monthly financial goals. What? Those employees found to be lacking would be terminated. Fuck you, Marcus! Wow, do your own job. You're the boss. It's your place. Figure out a plan. That's not a plan. That's you shouldering it on your employees whose job it is not to do your job. That's what I have to say about that. I should not have to remind you that we are a for-profit community. Remember this and act accordingly. Fuck you, Marcus! The financial situation has yet again failed to improve during the last quarter. Now is the time to take dramatic action. If the castle does not increase revenue soon, I will be forced to sell. I do not need to explain to you what this ultimately means to you. Fuck you, Marcus! Figure out what must be done and do it. I hope you lose your job. Not your company, because then everyone else's job, but your job. My patience is at an end. It's still Mario Day! The castle must soon break even or turn a profit. Think of the tools at your disposal. We all know that the castle has a history, and not a very pleasant one at that. You must use the lore, the history of the castle. Yeah, I know what lore means, Marcus. To get people through the castle gates. Travelers have their choice of many, many destinations. You need to find a way to let them know that a visit to our castle is an exciting and memorable experience. If you do not find a way to bring in more guests, you may soon find the castle on the auction block. That means your jobs and your homes depend on you attracting more customers. You are the worst. Did you know that you should not be our boss because you are an asshole and do not take accountability for your own business? Do your own job, you asshole. Okay, it's your company. That's what I have to say to you. What am I doing? What am I doing? What am I doing? No! Oh, it scared me. So this is a clue. Hold on, let me figure out what it is. Okay. Okay, so it rings at 10. So we're gonna say 10. Okay. This one is gonna be, thank you for my song. Protect workers. Fuck the rich. Eat the rich. Yeah, meanwhile that guy's like, I have 4 houses. I don't even know where my 4th house is because I'm so rich. And like, yeah, I'll show up there eventually, Nancy, but please do this detective work for me for free. Yeah, fuck you, Marcus. Take some responsibility. 7. Okay. Why don't you be a boss and like actually work at your actual place of business to start? Just saying. Whoa! 4. 6. And then... Okay. Fuck the rich and then eat them. That's some Cult of the Land stuff. Don't look at me. Channeling my Jean Ralphio. Exactly. I aspire. Ah! 4. Again. Okay. Okay. What does this mean now? 10744. I don't know what that means. I mean, it could also be the letters. I'm gonna just write the Roman numerals just in case it comes up. But I don't actually know yet, so. Hi.
Hello.
I got stuck between the castle gates. Did you have anything to do with that?
No. But I did lock you out when you first got here. Remember that?
Mm-hmm. It wasn't that long ago.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
I'll let you go. Bye.
I've literally not played around with the monster with him ever. But I've played it before. I don't want to. It's not my kind of game. I just want to do puzzles. Let's talk to everybody really quick. Oh, that's right. I've never done anything with this yet. Let me take a look at it.
Hello, Nancy.
What were you doing in the shop?
I don't remember being in the shop.
But I saw you.
I'm sure
That
you
was
did.
my
I'm an
sister.
old woman. I can't be expected to remember everything.
I think you're just hiding behind that to avoid answering my questions.
Just wait. Should you live to be an old woman, you'll know what it's like.
Ouch. Rude. Okay.
Do you do a lot of traveling?
Yes.
What's your favorite thing about traveling?
These days, less and less. Since I've been a little
Okay.
girl, the world has decided to spend each day forgetting what makes it special.
What does that mean?
A long time ago, when you would travel from town to town, each place would be different. You'd never know what you were going to find over the next hill. But now, it's all the same. Now you just wonder, will the fast food place be on the left side or the right side of the street? I feel bad for your generation. There's less to explore.
I still think there's a lot to see.
There is, but there is also less. What you think of as wild now is nothing. Too many people want to tame this world, and too many people think that they have.
I guess that's
What
true.
do you mean?
The world is a dangerous place. It will always be. Your grandparents and parents spent their lives rounding the sharp corners off of the world to make it safer. But all that they've done is make the world uniform and boring. It is still just as cruel and deadly.
I get it. Little column A, column B. You know what I'm saying? But okay.
I agree.
Are you hungry? I don't have to. I mean, there's nothing.
Has anyone tried to fight the monster?
What do you mean?
Seems like some of these girls could have used some help. Aren't there usually knights in shining armor in old castle stories?
No, they're all Marcuses living
Yes.
outside the castle.
There were as
not
many
doing
knights in
anything.
shining armor back then. In fact, there are many around today. Do you know what that really means? Knight in shining armor?
A hero who saves the day.
No. A knight in shining armor never did nothing for nobody. He never fought. A knight in dented, scraped armor. Now that's what you want.
Oh!
You want a knight in shining armor? Go see Carl. Anyway, what is this knight talk? You hardly seem like the damsel in distress type.
I love
True.
everything she just
I'm just
said.
trying to figure out what's going on here. How did you become a storyteller?
Nah, it's a long story.
Oh, okay.
What? Nothing? That was a joke. Always Americans, you have to tell them you are making a joke. Come now, you do it again.
What?
Ask again.
Okay, how did you become a storyteller?
Nah, it's a long story. I say this jokingly.
Okay, thank you.
I get it, but I'm still curious.
All right, a pity, love. That's enough. I can move on.
Damn.
It was bad times
Damn.
between the wars. I was out with my father and my sister. We had been traveling for a long time. Very long. My sister, she was very sick with a fever, and it was raining. She needed a warm fire very badly. My father and I knew this. Finally, we see a fire in the distance and a group of men. Like I said, it was bad times. Everyone was very scared and very used to fighting, sometimes killing, to get by. I could see my father was afraid. He said, "Follow me. If they do not laugh, you must run." I followed him. We got to the fire. The men, they grabbed their guns. I thought, this is the end. My father looked at them and he said, "Gentlemen, you smell bad. You're ugly and your mothers dress you funny."
What?
I know. Dead silence. Then, suddenly the biggest one with a scar like
This
this.
is great, actually.
He starts to laugh. Then they all do. Next thing, we are by the fire. My father, he tells stories all through the night. My sister, she's okay. In the morning, we leave as friends. And I just knew I wanted to be like him.
I love that, actually. Do you want some food?
I'll let you go. Bye.
Bye.
That was great. Respect. Yeah, okay, well, I guess that's it. Cool. Well, I think this is... I guess this is where we're going to stop for today, because I went a bit over. But I also was late today, and then I talked for a really long time about probably nothing that interesting. So, but we got some good Nancy time in. We did a lot of puzzles. Yeah, we did so many puzzles. So this was a very good day, I feel. But since we don't have a checklist,
Did that.
because we're playing Senior Detective, let's come up with a list of things that we have to do. So I'm going to write that we need, there are 2 codes in Carl's office. Okay. One of them is the safe, and one of them is in drawers. It's like a ledger. Okay. And my note, so I don't forget for next time, is use security room to call them away. Yeah? And then we have... I feel like we just got something else. Oh, we solved clock puzzle. Find where numbers go. And then I'll point to them on my notebook. Is there anything else that we solved and like didn't figure out yet? Like that we still have to mess with? Oh, this right here. I don't know what this is for at all. We've done that already. We have these pages still, but I think we don't have them all. And then we used the map to figure out where the dungeon was. Is there anything else? I guess not. I guess in terms of like things that we haven't explored yet, those would be our next steps. I think that's right. I think that makes sense. But yeah, that's it. If I were cosplaying as Nancy Drew, who would be my sidekicks and allies? What do you mean by who? Like real life friends, or like my cat, or like who would I bring with me? Because the answer is the Hardy Boys. So here, I'm gonna save one more time. But yeah, that is it for today. But more Nancy Drew to come next Saturday.
It's locked.
Could be anyone, Butts for sure. Refugee, thank you for the bits. I appreciate it. Thank you for coming. I would say Butts would be one for sure. Definitely my sidekick. and Keanu Reeves. And my third sidekick would be Pikachu. Of course. Detective Pikachu. I'm so sorry, Pikachu. I didn't mean to like forget about you. Those would be my 3 sidekicks. But yeah, all right. That's it for me, everybody. I will see you all again on Tuesday for our next stream.